you and that you and me can fall in.
Welcome back everyone to another episode of Dog Mantra's Common Canine Misbehavior. Today we'll be covering excessive barking in the house. Okay, so this special case needs special attention. So this case is of 3 dogs with 1 owner, 3 troublemaking dogs, and a big dilemma in the house, big chaos in the house. So what we've done is this entire session that we've shot into parts, and we'll be putting up it in 3 different parts. So right now we'll be covering excessive barking of these 3 dogs, then we'll be covering overprotective behavior, and then we'll be covering stealing of food and destructive behavior in the house / resource guarding, how to prevent it. We are not showing resource guarding over here, but we're going to definitely tell you how to prevent it. So stay tuned with us guys. Right now we're starting with the excessive barking topic.
I just wanted to make a deal that you and me can fall in love today. I would hope that you let me go.
आजा अंदर आजा जस्ट आजा एंटर कर बंद कर दे।
So as you can see in the video, the moment you enter the house, this guy start barking. Now you would think that this bark is aggressive bark or something like that. Not at all. They are just excited, alert. They don't know how to deal with it. Their excitement turns to a little bit of anxiety. Their insecure behavior, because of course all 3 dogs in the house are a little bit unsure or insecure. Okay, depending on different energy levels, they have different intensities of insecurities. So what happens is, whenever they see someone, their sensitivity, their insecurity tells them to be alert and start barking.
When was the last time you took them out?
So now how are you going to deal with such a behavior? First of all, when you have such a case in the house, you have to start teaching them how to respect the door boundary. So you have to start with a lot of boundaries in the house.
No, Pari is excitement now.
Sit down.
A little bit difference. When you do it with that calmness, with that right intention, without being too jumpy about it. अभी रुक जाओ ना फिर, अभी बहुत नीचे जाएगी. She will go. She is about to go. See? Good. See?
So once you start working and disciplining your dog about boundaries in the house, what you have to teach your dog is to kind of give you space at the door. Apart from that, whoever is entering the house, you have to tell them your dog is under training and you have to follow one thing strictly. No touch, no talk, no eye contact. Or simply ask them to ignore the dogs. Why? I'll tell you. Now what happens when you ignore the dog? We introduce with each other saying hi, hello and having a verbal communication. Dogs don't. They interact with each other by smelling each other. Now when you have dogs who are a little bit on insecure side, who are excited but don't know what to do with the excitement, they are a little unsure and insecure about human presence, they'll of course start barking, right? They'll feel a little, they don't trust you. So how do you develop that trust? You simply ignore the dog, let the dog come to you, let the dog sniff you, feel comfortable, then you can bend down, and then you can kind of go and touch the dog if the dog allows. If the dog is very scared, don't try to go and put your hand directly on his face or on his head, because you're going to lose points in trust and respect. For the owner, what they have to practice is, if the dog is getting too barky, too annoying, too jumpy, they just have to come in, block the dog, probably use a little bit of leash guidance and get the dog to relax a little bit. Let the dog settle down. Then you can allow the dog to go close to the human if the dog wants to approach. Otherwise, just ask the dog to ignore the human as well and let him settle down for a while. So what you can see me doing with this black dog is I did the same thing.
डरता है वो. Relax. Relax. डर के वैसे ही काटेगा ना, डर के. Relax. Good boy. ये सिर्फ सपोर्ट के लिए आया है. अच्छा बस हो गया, गया वो.
Good boy. Boy. Good. Relax. इधर आओ. Come here. Come here. Why we did this, putting him down and getting him relaxed, is because so that he can get a little bit relaxed with the fear, you know. So what I did with this black and tan dog, his name is Laddu, I just got him to settle down, relax, go on his belly. I gave him a little bit of massage and asked him to relax down. So that's how I calmed him down a little into the human presence. The other one, Pari, she was absolutely fine, you know, she just needed to sniff others and she went back into the zone. The pug, on the other hand, he was very assertive of his own space and he wanted to kind of give distance. He also came in between, tried to get pets and all, but he wanted to give distance. The smallest guy in the house was more of an alpha in the house. He is not really an alpha, but of course his energy and his mind is more powerful than both the dogs in the house. The pug. Okay, who would have thought? So in his excessive barking behavior, what he did was, while someone going out, he again started barking. See, see. See? So that's what you can see. The first time when he leaves, when the person leaves, he starts barking and charging at the door. He's not trying to attack, he just charges. But he's just too excited, insecure, dominant about things that he wants to kind of control everything. So abhi second step mein hum kya karenge? Give me a leash. Sit. Sit. Stay. Right? Stay. Go. Go. Hey, relax. Sit. So what you have to do at that time is use a leash, give proper boundaries, give proper direction. That's where you see the change in the next time. So that's what, guys. If you have some issue like this, don't try to attempt it yourself. This is a possibility. Every dog can go back to normal. All you have to do is get the right set of knowledge, right set of tools, and hire the right professionals so you can get out of it. And definitely share this video with people who need to see this, who need to understand that if their dogs have behavioral issues, if their dogs have incessant barking in the house, they can also get back to normal. Thank you. Stay tuned.
I just wanted to make a tune that you and me